And the leadership in these cities, whether it's Detroit or Chicago or what have you, have no problem with this formula. They're not coming out and they're saying, hey, the root of the problem isn't the police. The root of the problem is the fact that we have these homes that are not intact and that are single parent. And these men in particular are growing up without a male role model. And that 56% of all the homicides in this country are committed by 12% of the population. I mean, think about that. 56% of all murders in this country are committed by blacks, and blacks who represent only 12% of the population. That is the problem. That is the crux of the issue here, not the police. It's the fact that blacks in this country are committing, unfortunately, a disproportionate amount of the crime. And that's why there's a disproportionate number of African Americans in our prisons. The problem is the family. The nucleus has been shredded. Never used to be this way. 150 years ago, it wasn't this way in the black community, but it is today. And this is what needs to be fixed. We don't need to defund police departments. We need to encourage the nuclear family, a resurgence of the nuclear family in the inner cities among black families. Roll tape.
Death has galvanized the entire nation to take a deep look at our history.
Stop tape. Unfortunately, what it has done is galvanized a certain portion of our society, not the vast majority, but it's galvanized a certain portion of our society to attack the police, to go after not the problem, but the symptom of the problem. They're not going after the disease, they're going after the symptom. The police know about these statistics, and so that's why we see the form of policing that we see in this country sometimes. It's not the way we should be doing it, but it's human nature that the police officers know that a disproportionate amount of crime is committed by blacks. And so many times the police departments patrol more often in crime-ridden neighborhoods. That's the way we police in this country. It shouldn't be that way, and it should change, but it can only change if the culture change. Roll tape.
Black Americans have sadly been marching for over 100 years to bring attention to this gross injustice.
Stop tape. There is no systemic racism on the part of police departments in this country. There is none. There's not a shred of evidence. Again, if you pore over the numbers, as I have, they prove that there is no systemic racism in the United States among our police force. Of course, there are bad police officers, and we need to get rid of them. Of course, there are racist police officers when you're talking tens of thousands of people from coast to coast, and we need to get rid of them. We need to get rid of the bad cops. But there is no institutionalized systemic racism when you look at the numbers and you look at the arrests and you look at the number of officer-involved shootings and you look at the victims of these officer-involved shootings. It is not disproportionate black, not at all. So, attack. That's what these people do. Attack. If not the police, then they attack conservatives everywhere, especially in positions of power. The radical left must tear down and destroy anything and anyone who gets in its way. This is the Saul Alinsky Marxist playbook that is now pretty much the political Bible of the modern Democrat Party.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.